I'm going to be blunt today and simply say that it does not matter how old you are when it comes to maturity. Yes, I know most people tend to become more mature as they grow older, but it's not because of their age. They become mature because of the qualities that they manage to learn and apply during their lives. And so today, I want to share a few of those qualities. Loving something or someone is a concept that most people are introduced to at a young age. But what most don't realize is that we should also be capable of loving ourselves as much as we love others. It takes a mature person to learn about self-love by taking care of his own needs. It's actually quite difficult for some as they're used to sacrificing their own needs in order to please others. It takes time and practice to learn to love ourselves as much as we do others. The ability to take responsibility is a trait I have high respect for. A person shows real maturity when he learns to embrace responsibility for his actions. He doesn't look for ways to shift the blame on someone else. He simply stands firm and takes responsibility for his actions without making any excuses. It's easy to hide from responsibilities by lying or throwing them to someone else. But sticking to them, and any consequences that they might hold, requires real maturity. Making commitments is difficult. Maintaining them is even more so. To commit to someone or something is a pledge that you must work to maintain. It requires time, strength, and sacrifice. Because of this, such a pledge or promise could be unpleasant and even difficult to keep. But by keeping them, you will show your strength, resolve, and respect for whatever or whoever you have committed to. It'll also show how much respect you have for yourself. To me, personally, a person who is unable to maintain a commitment that he has made is a perfect example of immaturity. It's easy to feel like the world revolves around us. Some people believe it so strongly that they convince themselves that their opinions are the only ones that matter. I see such entitlement as a clear sign of immaturity. It takes real maturity and humility to realize that our opinion is one of many in this vast world. Even if a person firmly stands by his opinion, it doesn't mean that it needs to trump another person's. It is simply possible to live with everyone having their own opinion. Understanding this, as well as understanding that our opinion is not always necessary, takes real humility, which also brings us closer to maturity. Perfection is a concept that many try so hard to achieve and fail. By trying to become perfect, most people are faced only with disappointment. Perfection is something that everyone understands differently and have their own standards for it. But where does maturity fit into this? Simple. It takes a mature person to realize that he is not perfect and to accept himself for who he is. As humans, we're all flawed in our own way. It's what makes us unique. The ability to accept ourselves and others without trying to seek perfection takes strength that only a mature person can show. Like I said, none of us are perfect, and we all have our own flaws. It's only natural. Usually we don't even know about some of them because we simply don't see ourselves from the side. That is where criticism comes in. The ability to listen to criticism from another person and actually accept it without being offended truly requires maturity. Immature people feel attacked and offended when faced with it. They feel as though they're being insulted and diminished by that other person, even if it was sincere and harmless criticism with good intentions. But a mature person will listen to it, remain calm and grateful. He will use it to make his conclusions and use that opportunity to grow as a person. When faced with a disagreement, people tend to escalate the situation in order to prove their point. The need to remain righteous during disagreements by any means necessary shows many non-exemplary qualities, immaturity being one of them. On the other hand, mature people understand that standing their ground and being completely right is not always the best approach. By understanding that it is possible to make both sides satisfied, mature people compromise and look for ways to make it work. They're willing to make a few sacrifices to ensure that both sides are left satisfied and on good terms. I believe that at least once we've all said something that we've later regretted. I know that I have on multiple occasions. It's easy to lose track of what we're saying and can end up causing an uncomfortable situation with our words. If a person continues to repeat this action, he demonstrates immaturity and a lack of self-restraint. Then again, a mature person understands the power that his words can hold. Simply put, he thinks before he speaks. This way he's capable of choosing his words carefully and manages to avoid any unpleasant situations. Like I mentioned at the beginning, maturity is not just about age. It's about the qualities that you develop as you grow up. The qualities that I mentioned are just a few of the many that are very important for a person to develop. Whether you will learn and live by them is completely up to you. If you want to become mature and an example to others, then these qualities will be a good start. It won't be easy, but it will be worth it. Believe me on that.